In other news tonight, government and MILF negotiators resume talks in Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia this week with optimism that a peace agreement will finally be forged. Only one major issue remains to be resolved. Freddie Abando with the details.
Optimism runs high. The peace talks between the government and the MILF to be held in Kuala Lumpur this week will lead to an agreement on the normalization process. The two panels have concluded agreements on power and wealth sharing. The normalization process will focus on the disposition of all MILF forces, numbering almost 13,000. The government is working out an agreement that will not adopt the Ramos formula, which integrated 7,500 MNLF regulars to the AFP and the PNP. Government Chief Negotiator Professor Miriam Coronel Ferrer stressed integration is not an option. House Defense Committee Chairman Congressman Rodolfo Biason stressed the government strategy should ensure that every member of the MILF force will be accounted for to include their firearms.
The comprehensive agreement on the Bangsamoro will complete the negotiations, and we will now go into full implementation. So yes, the roadmap that was set out in the framework agreement on the Bangsamoro is well in place.
We just need to really fine-tune the different components. As you know, we are dealing with a very sensitive issue such as decommissioning of weapons and combatants and ensuring the overall peace and security in the region during the transition phase. So these are different elements that we hope to be able to pull together when we meet again.
Learn from the lesson of disposition of forces aspect of our agreement with Miswari. That was incorporated in the 1996 Jakarta Accord.
Yes, sir.
Which gave rise to the enactment of the existing Bangsamoro Organic Act. All right?
The new arm law.
And we have to learn from that development with Miswari's agreement, because 20 years after, what did we have? Sambuanga.
Biason stressed the Transitory Commission will play a key role in drafting the bill that will replace the armed law, which will govern the creation of a new Bangsamoro entity. Another hurdle is to determine if the new law will require amendments to the Constitution, especially if a Bangsa police force will be created as a security force in the area.
What I'm worried about is that some of the demands of the MILF is not within the authority of the President to grant.
Which are?
Things that may need, for example, repeal of existing law, like the existing Bangsamoro Organic Act, you know, things such as may require an amendment to the Constitution, like the question of the creation of a Bangsamoro police force. They have that in mind. And so I think that we have to be very careful on what we project as being granted to them.
For the People's Television Network, this is Freddie Abando reporting.